Ok, compas, si no ven a sus familiares, por favor búsquenos para que no se pierdan. Vamos a seguir moviéndonos, pero también estén al tanto de los que traen los chalecos anaranjados, por favor. Son del equipo de seguridad y ellos van a estar fijándose de que las calles estén bien, de que no nos estemos caminando muy rápido. Entonces, por favor, tengan ojo en el equipo de seguridad. Gracias. ¡Papeles sí! ¡Migajas no! ¡Papeles sí! ¡Migajas no!
All right, here we go.
Viva el 1 de mayo. Estamos en Washington, D.C. We're here in Washington, D.C. with the Caravana con los niños to speak up and demand that the children be reunified with their families. We are here. Look at our beautiful posters. We're going to be putting these out to all of our allies here in Washington, D.C. There's people here ready to march to demand immigrant rights, to demand workers' rights. We're so happy that we have a delegation from the Bay Area, almost 20 of us out here. We're going to be giving out postcards of the Caravana with QR codes. So we want to remind all of you who are tuning in from the Bay to sign the petition demanding that the task force do their task, and demanding that President Biden fulfill his promise to the children. He ran on a campaign on the backs of children who were separated from their families, and he said that that was a cruel policy. And he said that they were going to do anything within his administration's power to reunify the children. In more than a year after he took office, there's still 1,228 children, 4 years later, remain separated from their families. We haven't even began the reunification process. That is not acceptable. So that's why we're here in Washington, D.C. to add our voices to our allies here. All these people who are ready to take off to the ICE building where there's going to be a DACA Popular where some of the Caravan team members are going to be joining. And then we're going to end up at the White House where that will be the culmination of the march. And tomorrow at 10 in the morning also, please tune in because we're going to be doing a press conference in front of the White House again to remind President Biden of his promise to reunify children. We're also demanding an end to human detention, and we're demanding reparations for the families impacted by family separation due to zero tolerance. So tune in, stay with us. Don't forget to sign the petition. These beautiful posters, we're giving these out to people in the march as well as the postcards with the QR code. So please don't forget to sign the petition. Stay with us. Join the march, and también all the love for our people in the Bay who are out there marching today as well. So tengan un buen día, que viva el trabajador, que vivan los migrantes. Stay tuned, and we look forward to your support for the petition. Que vivan los niños.
So for those that maybe are not familiar with May Day, what is May Day all about?
May Day celebrates is a celebration of workers' rights. It's obviously commemorating the struggles in Chicago back in the day that led to the organizing of labor. But in the last few decades, labor and migrants have joined together. And so we know it's Workers' Day, but we've also made it Immigrant Rights Day because migrants also help sustain this country, and they add their work, their cultural contributions, their assets to the economic and social civic fabric of our societies, of our communities, of our cities and nations. So May Day is not just about workers' rights, but it's also about a recognition of the contributions of all migrants from all corners of the globe as it relates to our contributions through our labor to building this nation.
Sorry. Thank you. Well, let's go meet who's here. I'm going to start with y'all. Why are you here today?
I'm here to support the Caravan for children. I think a year on, we should be seeing results. We should be seeing a better quality of life for these children. And hopefully by next year, we'll have a better...
And where are you visiting from?
I'm visiting from Santa Cruz, California.
Awesome. Go Slugs. Welcome, welcome. Buenos días. Ya, listos? What's your charge today?
Our charge is to let the administration know that our people don't deserve to be detained. They don't deserve to not be given asylum. We're here to promote the actual, treatment of our people, to be treated fairly and equitably and with compassion. We're here for all of our immigrant community. We're united. We're here to advocate for the children that are still separated from their families, but we're all here together advocating for our immigrant community.
A little later in the program, we want to hear more about your sort of historical work in the movement, and even at this age, how we have to continue to, show up and tell our stories. So stay tuned to hear more about Olga Talamante. Thank you.
Okay.
I want to go.
Vecina, únete a la lucha. Un pueblo unido es fuerte y se escucha.
Vecino, vecina, únete a la lucha.
Un pueblo unido es fuerte y se escucha.
Are you an essential? Are you essential? ¿Es esencial usted? Así es. ¿De dónde nos visita? ¿De dónde?
Charlottesville, Virginia.
Mucho gusto. Gracias por estar aquí. Nosotros estamos con la Caravana por los Niños, demandando la reunificación de los niños que han sido separados en la frontera por el Zero Tolerance Policy. Así que gracias por unirnos a la lucha. Gracias. Me encanta su cartel. Yes.
¡Somos fieles!
¡Somos millones!
¡Somos millones! ¡Cuéntanos bien!
No, pues no están aquí. Le pedí a ellas y les dice que esperen un ratito.
¿Me puede enseñar su? ¿De dónde nos visita?
Charlottesville, Virginia.
¿Y usted es un veterano?
Sí,
¿Y cuál es su mensaje? Dígame, ¿cuál es su mensaje hoy?
que yo entré a los Marines para apoyar y defender este país. Ahora que salí, soy veterano, yo apoyo y defiendo este país con ayudar y apoyar a la comunidad migrante que hace tanto para este país. Así es que lo que es mejor para este país es darle oportunidad de tener una reforma migratoria, y esto ayuda a este país. Este país necesita crecer, necesita que crezca, y para eso es necesario los migrantes. Son necesarios. Hay que darle la oportunidad. Gente a veces dice no vienen de la manera correcta. La manera correcta no existe para la gente que necesitamos. Y por eso estamos aquí. Para
Muchas
apoyar,
gracias.
para demostrar
Muchas
que
gracias.
somos importantes y queremos cambios.
Yo le tengo una pregunta. Nosotros estamos con la Caravana por los Niños. We're with the Caravan for the Children, demanding the reunification of children that were separated due to the zero tolerance policy of the 45th administration. Do you have a message for the children that have been separated?
Pues son ustedes parte de nuestra comunidad. Los queremos, estamos luchando, pensando en ustedes. ¿En inglés?
En lo que quiera, inglés bilingüe, lo que usted, si quiere traducirlo,
Those
está bien.
children that have been separated and haven't been reunified, we're so sorry that you've had to go through this, but we're here for you. You are part of our community. We are part of yours. You are in our hearts. You are in our minds. We're here for you. We're here together. And we'll keep showing up.
Eso,
For
eso,
you and for each other.
eso.
And today is about you. It's about us. And we're going to keep going.
Thank you so much for your message. Thank you, thank you. Sí, su nombre. Edgar. ¿Y where did you serve?
Sin Barreras in Charlottesville.
Awesome. And where did you serve?
Marine Corps, U.S. Marine Corps.
Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We're hearing everyone's messages around why they're here. I think it's important to understand that in this moment, in this march, it's multifaceted, and everyone has a message that touches them deeply because they have experienced it firsthand. My name is Annie Rivera. I'm the executive director of Galería de la Raza. I'm really glad to be here today. It's the second year that we come with the Caravana to share our message of uncage, reunify, and heal. As a community, we also are really, as an organization that was founded to create artwork that reflected our experiences, that it was about a path for self-determination. It is important that we're also here because there's all kinds of art. There's posters, there's banners that are all handmade. And those are the moments that we have to capture. That is part of our history. So we're really happy to also have art representation, bring that perspective. For folks tuning in that are in the Bay Area or around, it's still a good time for you to see and learn more about the Caravana by visiting YBCA and looking at the beautiful quilts that were created last year when we were here and brought them. And now today they are in YBCA San Francisco. And so we encourage you to stop by. You can still send the petition. The petition will be turned in the next few days. So please tune in. And I'm going to go back to interview folks. So thank you for joining in. And yeah, be right back. And look who I found. Who are you? Hello. Let me see that shirt. Let me see that shirt. Yes. And let me see them posters. Can I see them posters? Yes, these are the quilts that are at YBCA, and then they're making their mark here once again. So tell me who you are and why are you here today?
I'm the executive director of the Instituto Familiar de la Raza and also co-chair of the Caravan for the Children. And we are here today to hold our administration accountable to the promise they made to reunify children with their families. These are children that have been separated from their families through the Title 42. And we need to bring our children with their families, reunite them, begin the healing process. Our children's lives, they matter. And we're here. We cannot stop. We cannot rest until they keep their promises. So we're here joining all the efforts here.
Are you ready to march?
I'm ready. We're ready to march.
Are you ready to shout your message?
My family here. My daughter Karina, my mother-in-law Sylvia.
And we have Claudia. Welcome, Claudia.
We're here representing Latinx Racial Equity Project.
Yes, give us your message.
Supporting bringing children with us to help, and I'll introduce them later, but we're here to support. This is a historic issue that's happened politically, always separating children to gain control of groups or to minimize and dehumanize people. So thank you for
being here. And this is the last year you weren't with us, so welcome. And we're so ready for your fresh set of lungs to send the message out. And actually, talking about children, I think it would be really helpful. So where are you all coming from? Where are you joining us from? And your name? From where? New York. Okay.
My name is Octavio, and I'm coming here from San Francisco.
Eso. So can I ask you what your thoughts are as young folks who are seeing these children being separated from their families? What are your thoughts about this issue? What are you thinking?
I don't know how people think it's a good idea to separate them because it's like, why do you want to separate families? Because I know like anyone that would be separated, even the people that are doing it, I don't know how they can't feel like empathy at least or anything because they're the ones doing it. How would they feel if they were separated? I don't think they would feel good either.
Yeah. What about you? What do you think?
Especially when you're so young and you're in a different country.
Yeah. What about you? What do you think?
I don't think it's right to separate kids from their families.
So what's your message to the current administration? What is your message to President Biden around the family separation?
I would tell them that how can you separate other people from their families? How could you do that?
What about you, honey? He should keep his promise. That's right. Well, thank you. I know that you are working on collecting signatures of the postcards. How was that experience for you to do that work?
It was like I liked it because I was talking to them, and then when I asked them, just like say like, what are your thoughts on this decision? And they'd be like, why should they free the kids? They would always ask like, the question is that? It's so obvious.
How many postcards did you collect? Do you remember?
400.
Wow. So out of the 2,000 plus, you worked with collecting 400. Thank you so much for your work. Thank you so much for your dedication. This is how we need to do it. Start them young. They have a voice, and you guys are the future. And thank you so much for participating in the Caravana. Welcome to DC. So we're getting ready to start the march. We're going to be entering the march now. We see groups like DACA. We see groups like United We Dream. We see folks here representing the movement, a movement of 11 million migrants that come from all over the place that are demanding immigration reform. Why are you here today? Say it again.
To protest for immigration.
That's right.
Black immigrants.
And what community do you come from?
Me, I'm from the West African community. Both my parents are immigrants from Ghana, so I'm here supporting because my mom's actually undocumented. So yeah.
Great. Is she here today?
No, my family's back from Chicago.
Oh, so you have roots in Chicago. You're in DC.
Yeah, I'm from Chicago.
Awesome. So you came from Chicago to be in this march.
No, I go to Morgan.
Okay.
I came from Morgan to be in this march.
Well, thank you so much for adding your voice to the movement. I think it's really important that we all know that this issue is really, I was saying earlier, it's extremely complex and yet in so diverse in terms of regions and countries that we represent. So if you have, what's your message to President Biden around that?
Do your job because the people will hold you accountable every time.
That's right. Enjoy the march. And marching to the ICE detention border position.
El pueblo unido jamás será vencido. 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 De teatro rápidamente para recordar la inmigración que necesitamos la liberación de nuestra gente.
Well, I can't move.
Remind the administration that they need to liberate our people now. When? Now! When? Now! So if it is at all possible, can people sit down? Si pueden, por favor, siéntense rapidito.
Sentarse, por favor, pueden sentarse. Si pueden sentarse, por favor, está pidiendo que se sienten. Si lo pueden hacer, se pueden sentar. Está pidiendo que se sienten. Pueden hacerlo, por favor. Pueden sentarse. Por favor, se pueden sentar. Solo van a hacer unos minutitos. Siéntense, por favor.
Entonces, compañeros, miren alrededor. Miren todo este mar de gente poderosa, hermosa, inmigrantes de la comunidad que están listos para luchar, para que tengamos una mejor vida. Look around at this beautiful sea of people that are ready to fight so that we have a pathway to citizenship for 11 million people, so that we break the reins of ICE and we have finally our people free. Okay, we're ready to start. ¿Listos? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Aló.
Hi everybody, I am President Joe Biden, and I'm ready to turn immigrants into ICE. Even though one of my campaign promises was to end deportations, I have continued to deport immigrants throughout the last years of my presidency. Hola, yo soy el presidente Biden, estoy listo para deportar a estos inmigrantes que ven aquí a la migra.
¡Posible esta administración!
Aunque una de las promesas de mi campaña fue el parar las deportaciones, estos últimos años de mi mandato, yo continúo deportando. Under my administration, I have now deported 2 million people, and that is the thing that I do. Bajo mi mandato ya he expulsado a 2.348.000 personas.
Estamos cansados de promesas de todas las administraciones que siempre dicen que a los 100 días y no hacen nada.
Momento ahí, Biden. Tú no vas a deportar a ninguna persona más. Mi nombre es Lucha y yo soy la luchadora de los inmigrantes. El poder de la lucha está en las comunidades inmigrantes que han peleado y trabajado inmigraciones y los centros de detenciones.
Don't move, Biden. You will not deport a single person. My name is Lucha, and I am in the fight for immigrants' rights. The power of our non-American immigrant communities that have fought and will continue to fight to end all deportations and shut down detention centers.
And why should I stop deporting people? We've been deporting people since the Obama years and even more. ¿Y por qué debería parar de deportar a la gente? Lo hemos estado haciendo desde Obama y mucho más antes.
¿Por qué? Ahora yo le voy a demostrar por qué, señor Biden.
Why? I will show you why.
En este momento hay 18,846 personas en detención.
There are currently 18,846 people in detention.
Hay más de 200 prisiones y cárceles de inmigración en los Estados Unidos. There are more than 200 immigrant prisons and jails across the USA.
El Congreso financia diariamente 34,000 camas para encarcelar a los inmigrantes cada año. U.S. Congress provides funding to keep 34,000 beds daily to jail immigrant detainees per year.
Biden, ¿qué está pasando con su administración?
El número de infecciones por COVID en el centro de detenciones crecieron de 10,000 en marzo del 2021 a 38,000 en febrero del 2022.
¿Qué les parece, pueblo?
The number of COVID infections in ICE detention has risen from 10,000 in March 2021 to 38,000 February 2022.
En este momento, 142 condados en el país tienen acuerdos entre la policía local y la migra para deportar a la gente. Currently, 142 total jurisdictions across the country have agreements between local police departments and ICE to deport people.
Since your inauguration, your administration has deported more than 20,000 Haitian immigrants. Desde su inauguración, su administración ha deportado a más de 20,000 haitianos inmigrantes.
¿Qué está pasando con la administración de Biden?
No más votos para la reelección.
¡Es un mentiroso! ¡Mentiroso!
Aproximadamente 15,000 menores no acompañados se encuentran en custodia federal. Around 15,000 unaccompanied minors are currently in federal custody.
¡Qué pena, qué pena!
1,139 niños siguen separados de sus padres debido a la política de tolerancia cero. 1,139 children still separated from their parents due to the zero tolerance policy.
Por eso, Biden, lo que acaban de compartir mis hermanos, hermanas inmigrantes, refleja el dolor de las familias inmigrantes que han sido quebrantadas por la máquina deportadora. Presidente Biden, en sus manos hay una gran oportunidad para demostrar una nueva visión para inmigrantes basada en la liberación. Este país cuenta con los recursos suficientes, corazones listos para darle la bienvenida a inmigrantes como se ha hecho en el pasado. Y además tenemos que abolir las cárceles y los centros de detenciones. Está comprobado que eso no funciona.
That is why what my immigrant brothers and sisters just shared reflect the pain from immigrant families that are broken by deportation machine. President Biden, it is in your hands the chance to gear this country towards where we want to go. President Biden, You have the opportunity to envision immigration in a liberating way. We have both the resources and the hearts that are ready to welcome immigrants as we have historically done in this country. And we have to abolish jails and detention centers. It's proving that those institutions don't work.
Entonces, presidente Biden, ¿está listo para escoger el camino a la liberación y cerrar los centros de detenciones?
Sí. So, President Biden, are you ready to choose the path towards liberation and shut down detention centers?
Yes. Bueno, compas, vamos a demostrarle a Biden el poder de nuestras comunidades.
Shut them down! 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 Yes, we can. Yes, we can. Yes, we can.
¿Verdad? La cantidad de gente que estamos pidiendo TPS para Centroamérica y para el que los necesite, también estamos pidiendo que cierren las detenciones.
Dale, dale.
Bueno, ahora vamos a cancelar todos los acuerdos entre migración y la policía que han acelerado las deportaciones.
Now we will cancel all agreements between ICE and the police that have accelerated all deportations. En Polimigra! 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 En Polimigra!
Ahora que Biden escuchó nuestra demanda para que se acaben las deportaciones. No more deportation. No more deportation. No more deportation. No more deportation. Así es, mi gente. Nuestras voces, historia, cómo organizamos a nuestras comunidades, es la manera en la que construimos el mundo que queremos ahora. Una última porra para que nuestros hermanos y hermanas sean liberados.
Organizing are the ones that build power to create the world we want to live in. No one last chance. No one last chance. So that our immigrant brothers and sisters are liberated.
Freedom all! Everybody!
¡Ay! ¡Escucha! ¡Estamos en la lucha! 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 ¡Ay! ¡Escucha! ¡Ay! ¡Escucha! ¡Estamos en la lucha! ¡Ay! ¡Escucha! ¡Estamos en la lucha! ¡Escucha! ¡Estamos en la lucha! ¡Oye! 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 ¡Escucha! ¡Estamos en la lucha! ¡Abolish!
¿De dónde nos visitan? ¿De dónde nos visitan? ¿De dónde nos visitan? ¿De dónde nos visitan? Maryland.
Pero no me gusta la deportación. Me gusta la Lima, me gusta Limón, pero no me gusta la deportación. ¡Vamos!
Stand up, fight back!
Yes, we can. Gracias.
somebody in the group. But I'm gonna come back. I'll come back. Give me like. Yeah, I'll tell you when it's ready. You're covering your face. You're covering your face. Yeah, put it up. Reunification now! Reunification now! Reunification now! Reunification now! Uncage, reunify and heal! Uncage, reunify and heal! El pueblo está presente. Reunification now!
What do we want?
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 Reunification now!
What do we want? Reunification now! What do we want?
Reunification now!
¿Qué queremos?
¡Reunificación!
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 ¿Qué queremos? ¡Ciudadanía! ¿Qué queremos?
¡Ciudadanía!
¿Qué queremos?
¡Ciudadanía!
¿Qué queremos?
¡Ciudadanía!
¿Qué queremos? ¡Ciudadanía!
To the White House. Thank you. For those tuning in, we are in the May Day March in Washington, D.C., on our way marching to the White House to demand immigration reform for over 1 million people in our country to have a path. And we're also demanding and calling for the uncaging, reunification, and healing of the children that have been separated due to the zero tolerance policy. So we're here to unite our voices in our causes because we understand that this issue affects us all. For those that are joining, it is our second year that we come to Washington, D.C. with our campaign to demand the reunification of the almost 1,200 children that have been separated due to 45 zero tolerance policy. And here we are in our nation's capital, demanding, bringing this issue to the forefront as all these other policies are shifting. We want to remind the president, ask him to keep his promise to reunify these children. We're asking the task force to also do their job and be transparent and put the money where it's needed to make this happen. The task force is composed of the 4 strongest organizations, institutions of our country. They can for sure reunify 1,200 kids that have been separated for now almost 4 years. And it's important that, again, we have about 2 more days collecting signatures. We're asking everyone to sign the petition. We're going to be sharing the petition. You'll see it on your screen. We're asking folks to sign it to support the liberation of the children and making sure that no child, no person should be caged. So it's an honor to be here and to bring this to the forefront. We want to thank everyone that's been joining, looking at the march at the Theater of the Oppressed that we had. And again, share the petition. We need as many signatures as possible. Reunification! Now! Reunification! Now!
What do we want?
Reunification!
What do we want?
Now! Woo!
Get it, motherfuckers, down!
Cut yours. Cut yours. Cut yours. And then just do one. I'm a little tired of holding it like this. Our streets! Our streets! Our streets! Our streets! Our streets! Our streets! I need help. Can you come here? Hold it. Yeah. So this is mine. Or do you have charge on yours?
Yeah, 15%.
Señora, ¿de dónde nos visita? ¿De dónde? De Maryland. ¿Y por qué está aquí usted hoy? Gracias. So, ¿usted está demandando que renueven el TPS? ¿Cuál es el mensaje directo que tiene para Biden? ¿Y su nombre? Elsia. Ok, gracias.
El pueblo callado. Jamás será escuchado. El pueblo callado. Jamás será escuchado. ¿Qué le decimos al presidente?
What we just heard was of a participant of today's march who's here to demand that President Biden keep his word and renew the TPS. She's visiting from Maryland, and her demand is keep your word.
Sí se puede. 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 Sí se puede.
¡Que cumpla! ¡Que cumpla! ¡Que cumpla! ¡Que cumpla! We're really close to the White House. We're almost there. And we marched today, again, for those tuning in, we marched today in solidarity with the migrant ask. We demand immigration reform now. finding my Caravana folks.
¡Sí se puede! ¡Sí se puede!
Found the Caravana folks. So, Olga, for those of you that are tuning in, can you explain a little bit about the history of the Si Se Puede, the translation of it? What does it mean to be here and have this such a powerful chant that's become so representative?
I think it's when Dolores Huerta and the United Farm Workers were trying to figure out whether it could be done, whether they could do a union, whether they could fight for the rights of farm workers, for better living conditions, for better contracts. Dolores Huerta said, pues sí se puede, sí se puede. And that became then the chant, yes we can. And President Obama took it up. That's okay. We can all borrow from each other because the message is what's important. And it still resonates with people here because we're saying it, sí se puede. We can stop detention. We can stop the treatment of asylum seekers. We welcome them with dignity. And if we can advocate for the children that are still separated from their families, yes we can. And we brought 3,000 signed postcards with us. And we have 3,000 signatures on vinyl released right now. So we have 6,000 voices with us. Y sí se puede, and yes we can, with all our voices together. That's what we're doing here. That's why we came to Washington, D.C. The Caravan for Children, with Galería de la Raza, Chicana La Tierra Foundation, Instituto Familiar de la Raza, Latinx Racial Equity Project, and Carece. So we are here united, bringing the voice of our Bay Area and Northern California community. And we get postcards from Texas, we got postcards from all over the state and other parts of the country, from DACA. So that's the importance of our chant. Sí se puede, si lo hacemos juntos.
That's right. And how long have you been marching, Olga?
I started marching in 1968 when we walked out of the Thanksgiving Billboard. And the walkouts were happening in Los Angeles. So it's been a while. So you can say since 1968.
Awesome. So, when you think about the message of Uncage, Reunify, and Heal, what was the move? Why did it move you so much, Olga? What was about it that like you either could relate to, or what brought this into action for you?
You know, we have seen that children have been utilized consistently as pawns, as ways to punish the parents, as ways to punish the adults. My experience as a prisoner in Argentina, I know that friends of mine lost their children. They were killed, and the families are still looking for them. So when we heard about the children being separated from their families, some of them still remain separated, and that's why we're here. 4 years later, there are children that were 4 years old, 8 years old, 6 years old. So first of all, they have to be uncaged because they were in cages. Most of them are now in foster agencies, detention centers. They have to be reunified, and then they have to be healed from the trauma that they have suffered all these years. So it is our responsibility. It is this government that has done this, that continues to do so. So we hold the Biden administration and the Interagency Task Force responsible to reunify the 1,200 kids that still remain separated.
And what is your direct message to the task force?
The task force is saying it's unacceptable that they have only reunified 200 children with their families. We understand there are challenges. We're not saying these are evil people that are keeping these children separated on purpose. What we're saying is you have to do everything that you can to finish reunifying those that remain separated, especially those
Almost there.
that have been separated for so long.
Yeah.
And I'm a little hoarse because we've been chanting here with
our good people. My last question to you, Olga. You are the co-chair of the Caravana, and you have been really like the Caravana has been very central in bringing art as part of the message, creating art. We have our beautiful posters that I can see them in the sea, like right over there. Um, Tell me why art. What is your connection to the art?
Art has played a central role in our movement throughout the decades. That art gives us the images that tell us what our struggle is about. When we see ourselves, art gives us the sound, it gives us the music, it gives us the words and poetry. Art is essential, totally essential and central to our movement. And so I'm so glad that we had an art center in Spain with the quilts that were lovingly made by the quilters and the artist Paola de la Calle. Those are messages of love to the children, and they are now on exhibit in the Young Museum for the Arts in San Francisco. It has been extended so because it was such a beautiful message. It really touched people. So the YBCA is extending the exhibition, and we invite people to come to it. And that is the power of art, because so many people saw the images of the quilts, saw the poetry, heard the music of Our Children Are Sacred, and they have been moved to write postcards, to sign the petition, and that's what we're bringing with us here.
That's right. That's right. So for folks that don't know, as Olga is mentioning, the Children Are Sacred is part of the exhibition. The Children Are Sacred was another project that started right away after the zero tolerance policy. And we should give call in our ancestor, Maria X. Martinez, who was really instrumental in also putting that committee together. And it was the first response as an action, as a message of love. So for those that don't know, that is part of the exhibit on view as background, and we invite you to see it. Can you tell me a little bit about some of the artists, just very quickly? We're about to get to the White House. I think we're already here. Actually, we are here. But tell me very quickly who was involved and what's their history with the movement.
The song and the project Children Are Sacred was with Francisco Herrera, with Diana Gameros, with Liliana Herrera. And that was the first artistic reaction, response to that zero tolerance policy. And
right.
It is very important to acknowledge the history of it. And it started at Maria Martinez's kitchen table. Same thing, she called us and said, what are we going to do? Can we have an art-centered campaign response to the zero tolerance policy? And that's how it was born. There's also Regalitos, which is working with the families that arrive into San Francisco's newcomer schools, and we are supporting that as well.
That's right. It's an all-hands effort, and we start from the ground up, and it's so important to have arts that are going to tell the story, and hopefully one day we will have a dedicated space for the Central American perspective and story, and these can be a part of that. So folks that are here with us, we have arrived to the White House. We are here bringing our message.
The people united! The people united! The people united!
¿Puedo ver tu póster?
Biden, escucha!
Estamos en la lucha. ¿De dónde nos visitan?
Alabama, Birmingham, Alabama.
Birmingham, Alabama. ¿Y what's your message?
Hay que seguir luchando hasta que logremos tener lo que queremos. No justice, no peace.
Eso. ¿Y qué quieren? What are you all asking? What are you demanding from?
We're demanding justice and equal rights, legalization for all immigrants, and not just anybody.
Awesome. So you're visiting from, tell me again? Alabama. From Alabama Coalition for Immigrant Justice. Thank you for joining us. That's right. ¿Y de dónde eres tú?
Yo soy de México, Veracruz.
México, Veracruz. ¿Y cuándo llegaste? ¿Qué te trajo para acá? What brought you up here?
A los 3 años he estado aquí y soy un dreamer y sigo siendo un dreamer hasta que mi mamá y toda mi familia pueda tener los mismos derechos que todos.
Eso. Well, keep dreaming. We're here for you. And we're so glad you're taking onto the streets. And so what's your message today to Biden directly? What are you asking him?
To please listen to the people that we hear and try to get out from hiding from
party from the shadows. We need to get out, and the community needs to be unida.
Very
Porque
good.
una comunidad unida es más fuerte que una comunidad espaciada o en oscuridad.
Eso, bueno, desde Alabama, ¿tu nombre? Michael Heredia is visiting us from Alabama. Thank you for bringing your message. We are with the Caravana for the Children, demanding the reunification, healing of the children that were separated due to the zero tolerance. And there's still 1,200 kids that have been in detention. So we're here for that. Exactly. So thank you. That's right. Today, exactly. So thank you so much for sharing your words. Y adelante, en la lucha, seguimos. A ver, ¿puedo ver su cartel? ¿De dónde nos visitan? West Virginia. Ok, ¿cómo se llama la organización Southeast Immigrant Rights Network? ¿Y qué es lo que hacen ustedes? ¿Quién va a hablar? ¿Quién va a hablar? Hola, ¿quién representan?
Que venimos aquí a Washington.
So says Southeast, okay, the network Living Hope, Women Working Together, Alianza Latina Internacional Houston, okay, who's Juntos Somos Fuertes, together we are strong. And are these all West Virginia organizations? All of the South, wonderful. Wonderful. And what's your message today to Biden? And what's your name? Mónica Hernández. Thank you for sharing your message. Y estamos en la lucha. Seguimos. Gracias. Oh, here we are. Let's move together in that direction. So we are at the White House. Sí. So we are at the White House, folks. We're going to have a program that we're going to be live streaming. It's beautiful to see the different messages all over, all representing the 11 million undocumented folks in this country. And it's just amazing to see how many people are coming from all over the place, how we are bringing a message of solidarity, love, and justice. We are a part of this country, and to be able to demand for that. So I'm going to keep interviewing some folks. I see some other banners. I'm also going to move into the music because I'm sure there's going to be some dancing. Con permiso. Can I ask you guys where you're visiting from? Ay, disculpa, te agarré tomando bebida. So, oh, wow. No, but stay with me because we're connecting with, ahí está Olga. So we're going to, okay, hi folks. Buenas tardes, ¿cómo estás? ¿De dónde nos visitan?
Venimos de parte del colectivo de North Carolina.
De North Carolina. ¿Y qué es el colectivo?
El colectivo somos infinidad de organizaciones trabajando juntos por esta reforma migratoria.
Okay, so this is the collective from North Carolina, who is a coalition of organizations advocating for immigration reform and representation with the 11 million people.
We're so glad and happy to join this magnificent event. Through the work in North Carolina, we work with grassroots organizations and so many partners fighting for immigration reform. So that's why we.
Pásale. No quiere. I'm listening. Keep telling me.
We're here fighting for this immigration reform that needs to happen. Our community has been waiting for too long. Too many promises have been made, and it's time to deliver.
So I have a question. We are with the Caravana por los Niños to uncage, reunify, and heal the children that have been separated due to the 45th administration zero tolerance policy. ¿Hablamos todos español, inglés? ¿Bilingües? Full bilingües? Okay. And so we are, we've been on a campaign. This is the second year we joined the DC March demanding that. We know that there's still 1,200 children that are, separated. What are your thoughts about that issue, and what are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, so El Colectivo has done many protests in North Carolina about the same issue. Our families deserve to be together. Our communities families cannot be separated as the previous administration did. And it's not only about what administration serves, but it's about reuniting communities, about nuestros niños, nuestra comunidad. Y no importa quién esté en la Casa Blanca, tenemos que reunir a nuestras familias, tenemos que trabajar con nuestros líderes para asegurar que esto no pase de nuevo, ¿no? El colectivo ha hecho mucho trabajo en Carolina del Norte, también empujando a nuestros legisladores, especialmente nuestros senadores Sam Tillis y Richard Burr, a que hagan algo y que la verdad representen nuestra comunidad, que ayuden a nuestra gente en vez de quedarse con las manos cruzadas.
Bueno, ¿y se puede o no se puede?
Sí, se puede.
¿Se puede o no se puede?
Sí, se puede.
Gracias por venir desde North Carolina y aquí estamos en la lucha. Gracias. Where's our... Let's go over there.
Buenas tardes. Un aplauso para Cumbia High. La banda del pueblo. Sergio. Muy buenas tardes. Mi nombre es Gustavo Torres. Trabajo en casa Marco Malayuz. So very quickly, I have a friend who have a message for you from Canada. Buenas tardes.
Se llevarán a la negra de... Espérame. Yvette.
I want to say that let's define us with boundaries, but we overcome it with love. You all fought for us, and we are here today to fight for you all. Please, I am begging you all, let us not back down. Let's stick together. And let's just say that together we are stronger, and together we overcome. Let us come together, put in the energy, and keep pushing. You gave us the victory, and today we are here to celebrate and fight for your own victory.
Muchísimas gracias. Está diciendo el nombre de la comunidad de Camerún. Nosotros todos les ayudamos a ganar el TPS. Y ahorita nos dicen, ahora nosotros estamos con ustedes.
¡Yay!
Más fuertes. Thank you very much. Muchísimas gracias. Hoy es un día muy especial. Today is a very special day. International Workers' Day. El Día Internacional de los Trabajadores y las Trabajadoras. Quiero decirles que posiblemente en un mes
I'm sorry, what? I'm gonna do a backup only because we might have lost some of your sound when we were walking. Do you know where everyone else is?
Yeah, Claudia and the kids went to the bathroom. Yeah, and then Sylvia and are passing out Gloria and Karina. I think they're gonna leave in a few minutes because they were able to get tickets to the Holocaust Museum.
Oh, that's great. Okay, go for it. That.
So, my name is Jorge Talamante. I'm the co-chair of the Caravan for the Children. We came together around the time of the New York Children's policy, the Trump policy, and we've been advocating for the reunification and the healing of the children. There are still close to 1,200 children that remain separated from their families. So we're here in Washington, D.C. today to join in the whole immigrant rights movement and to make sure that the issue of the children is included. And we're very glad that our chant was picked up. Uncaged, reunified, healed. And also, what do we want? Reunification now. And it was wonderful to march with the United We Dream young people. They took up the chant. And so we've been able to be part of this movement that is asking for overall immigration reform. And we're totally part of that movement, but specifically we're asking for the reunification and the healing of the children. And a campaign that we have had on the reunification of the children. You can sign a petition that we have had with Presente.org and Alianza America. Those are national organizations, and they're joining our campaign asking for the reunification of the children. Now, there's a task force that Biden set up a year ago. Their name is the Task Force for the Reunification of the Family. And so we're asking them to do their job, to use all the resources available to them through the agencies that they represent. And you can actually sign the petition right now with this QR code. Sign the petition so your voice can be with us as we're here in Washington, D.C. and we're trying to meet with the task force.
Can we get all of the group to go to the White House and do a knock?
They're fine. It's just, well, if before they leave, and I think the other one went to the bathroom.
Well, we could do it tomorrow too, actually.
Yeah, we can.
Yes. Okay. So can we? We're gonna close. For those folks that are viewing, we're gonna close our live stream in 2 seconds. I want to take a moment to bring everyone that's left and do a little chant close. I am gonna switch the camera real quick. So, thank you so much for tuning in. We invite you to tune in tomorrow with us as we come back to this lawn. We're going to have a press conference here. Again, bringing our message and demanding that the children that were separated due to zero tolerance are reunited with their families. We know there's 1,200 approximate children still separated. And so tomorrow we do our phase 2 of it. You still have time to sign the petition. Please sign the petition. Share it. It's been rolling in the stream there. You can also do the QR code right here. Please support us. We want to take as many signatures as possible. It only takes a few seconds for you to add your voice to this extremely important cause. And want to just say thank you also for taking the time to go visit and continue to look at the art that was created at the Yerba Buena Center for the Arts being presented. The Caravana has been hands-on working on that, so our message doesn't end here today. We will be at YBCA for a little longer. I also want to encourage folks that are watching, we will be having a community report back. More information will be shared in the coming days around the details, but it'll be a comprehensive look at the 2 years that all the 5 organizations that are here have been putting and investing into this campaign. And I just also want to give a shout out to all the organizations. We're all here: Galería de la Raza, Chicana Latina Foundation, Instituto Familiar de la Raza, Latinx Racial and Equity Project, Cares NSF. There are sister organizations, and it really takes a village to get this voice out, and we're so happy to be here. I also want to shout out the folks of the Caravana that have given their love, their commitment, their time, that haven't been able to make it here with us. We hold you in our hearts. Thank you, Alicia. Thank you, Esperanza. Thank you, Henry, who has been the, behind the scenes and yet is always here with us. Anyone else I'm missing that we have not acknowledged of the Caravana?
We'll have the community songbirds.
Oh, the community songbirds. We want to thank them too, which is Francisco Herrera, Liliana Herrera, Diana Gameros. Of course, the one and only, an artist that has been invested in this, Paola de la Calle. We send you all of our love. So with that, I'm going to turn my camera and then we're going to do a chant of what we're here to do. And thank you, thank you, thank you. I hope to see you tomorrow morning, bright and early, Pacific Standard Time. But thank you for joining us. 1 second. Okay. And my name is Ani Rivera, Executive Director. I've been in this camera. We do it all. So, Caravana, what do we want? Ay, pero qué, wait. That was just a test. That was just a test. Okay. What do we want? When do we want it? And what else?
Uncaged, reunified, heal. Uncaged, reunified, heal. Uncaged, reunified, heal.
And with that, much love, everyone. Nos vemos mañana.
Okay.
Oh, sign the petition.